Hello and welcome to another update video about FET. FET is holding really well, while Bitcoin is currently seeing a little bit of selling pressure there, coming down to below 70k again. And FET is currently still holding up there the 23.6 Fibonacci level. So it doesn't really offer a deep pullback at the moment. Still, though, in line with the expectation that this could be a wave 2 pullback, even though it's very, very shallow at the moment. And what we normally like to see in a wave 2 correction, obviously we talked about it in previous videos here, the 1-2 setup, that the wave 1 formed a possible 5-wave move. You see that actually here on the chart, this smaller degree wave 1, which is wave 1 of the larger degree third wave. And the wave 2 currently looks like a correction, choppy, okay? And it's forming lower lows, lower highs, so there is clearly some kind of a top in place there. But it's not really coming down in very aggressive fashion. And to be honest, for a wave 2, this is still very, very shallow. So what we normally like to see in a wave 2 is, normally I say minimally the 50% Fibonacci level. Between the 50% and the 78.6 retracement. So between $2.05 and $1.61 in normal markets. But pullbacks in the last, 3-4 months have been extremely shallow. Extremely shallow. I know a lot of people are begging for a pullback basically. But so, for me, in a bullish market, I would like to see at least a 38.2 Fib level. Even that's somewhat unreliable, but absolutely acceptable for a wave 2. Currently, we're still hovering around the 23.6 Fib level, and that was extremely shallow already down here in this move, which I consider a wave 2. It was very shallow. So again, it only touched the 23.6 Fib level at the time. Showed you that yesterday. Now we're doing the same. So I added that Fib level to the support zone a couple of days ago. I made you aware in the video because I highlighted, even though it's too shallow for a reliable wave 2, I cannot rule out that we just get another shallow pullback. And that's just what it is. I can't make the market come down lower. I know a lot of people would like to see that to get into basically a pullback trade or get a better entry instead of being sidelined, because this coin has moved a lot. So yeah, preferred would be a move down to 226, $2.05, maybe even 185. I think 161 would be very deep in the current market environment. But at least 226 in the current market environment, which is still bullish, would be preferred. We see obviously today a lot of volatility in the market. Bitcoin is sort of fighting there again with sort of 69, 70k, still on a very, very high level. Still sort of just below now all-time high territory. Might have started some kind of a correction there, but we're covering that in the Ethereum and Bitcoin videos, obviously. And here, just waiting now for basically maybe a little bit more of a pullback, but overall we need to be ready. It's reached the 23.6 Fib level, and if there is a break above the $3.12 level, yeah, it would get increasingly likely that a third wave is unfolding. But I would like to see some confirmation that the move to the upside, is continuing. Already a move above the last swing high, which is here at around $2.95, would suggest that wave 2 could have bottomed. So either, wave 2 forms like this, or it's forming a more complex, can always form a more complex ABC. Be aware of that, yeah? But at the moment, until we see a first 5-wave pattern to the upside, which ideally reaches above $2.95 and better above $3.12, we are now in a correction. There is some structural support in addition to the 23.6 Fibonacci support here in this region, basically, okay? That's probably also why there is currently a bit of a slowdown in the sell-off. So if we add the volume profile, VRVP, then you see that here in this region, here, there is a bit of a spike that typically causes the price to slow down. Then below that, literally, there's nothing. Okay, we have Fibonacci support, but from a historical volume point of view, there isn't much that could slow the price down. So I would just keep that in mind if the price dips further, that it could go quite quickly. Doesn't need to. There are these Fibonacci levels to watch. And then we have a huge cluster down there between $1.61 and $1.85, which is between the golden ratio level, very, very important Fibonacci level, and the 78.6. We haven't really seen many coins pull back to the 78.6 Fib level recently, and not in this market, you know. And there is also the point of control. What's that? Well, that's basically where we have all the volume in this visible range here. So that is where the price could find significant support should the pullback be you know, that strong, which I'm not predicting it is going to be a deep pullback. All I can say that my best interpretation is that this is a wave 2. There is no low in place until I see a first 5-wave move up above resistance, and I'll try to help you understand where, in addition to the Fibonacci support levels, we could see structural support. And if we take a look at the structure here, then as long as we're finding support in this region, a third wave to the upside could send us minimally, and that's still my expectation, to $7.26 as a minimum. Ideally 885 plus. Okay, so that's the ideal level is here, the 1.38 extension, but ideally even a little higher. Yeah, that's my update about FET. So still a bullish posture, no reason to get bearish. Pullbacks can be an opportunity in a market like this. And I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.